So I'm going to introduce Derek Gard to give you a little presentation on how Control One works up here in Orange County. I've had the pleasure of working with him for the last couple of years. This last year, we worked together for the Radio Rodeo, our 2 counties, and it just was fantastic. It was a full comms exercise. So if you have any questions, if you're on the operations side of the house, or I mean even the radio side of the house, but if you have questions about radio systems, how radio patching, any of that works, Derek is an amazing resource. So we're going to give you the floor.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Loma Ridge. This is where I work every day, and it's kind of a nice area. Coyotes, deer, mountain lion sighting recently, rabbits. So watch out on the hill, on the one-way street. And I'm just going to go over just real quick a little history of Control One as we go into it. So in the beginning, there's only silence. There's no radio. Then in 1933, the 6.4 magnitude earthquake in Long Beach happened, and Orange County decided they need a radio system. Just tell I can use a radio, not. So in 1933, Orange County purchased its first radio system. It covered all the OC cities, California Department of Forestry, and the Highway Patrol.
Gary Gray driving that car?
Yeah, yes. Dispatchers could broadcast out to the field. It was one way, so nobody could report back. It meant if you send an officer out to check something out, a bank robbery or a crime or something, you never knew if he was there, if he showed up, and if he was okay. So in 1937, Orange County installed its first 2-way radio system so that officers and dispatchers could talk back to each other. At that time, what became Control One dispatch for everybody in Southern California. And then all was good. In 1948, Orange County Communications had its first mobile command post. In 1949, Control One became the first intercity and intercounty communications center. And this is some of the equipment. They actually took stuff from endlets on Morse code. In 1951, Orange County led the way by making the first radio network that covered from Bakersfield down to the Mexican border. In 1961, we moved to law enforcement UHF. In 1967, we started the HERE network, which connected all Orange County hospitals together under one radio system. In 1990, we switched from UHF to 800 megahertz. 93, we moved, Control One moved up here to Loma Ridge to this building. 94, because of the bankruptcy, we got absorbed by the Sheriff's Department. Orange County dissolved the General Services group, and so we became part of the Orange County Sheriff's Department in 95. Dispatch moved up here, and we became the Emergency Communications Bureau. In 2001, we put together the CCCS that we have now. In 2018, we did our revamping project. In 2019, we became 5 conforming. And so from the beginning, Control One's purpose, even though my paycheck comes from the Sheriff's Department, I actually work for every city in Control in Orange County. So every city is part of my customer. And so what we do, if you don't know, all the communications, all the patching, all the interoperability, everything comes through Control One. We do it for everybody, for all the different cities. We also have what we call a red channel, which is our emergency communications channel. As you know, in Southern California, pursuits are like the national pastime. So whenever something leaves a city and goes to another city, that pursuit comes on a red channel. Every patrol car and every dispatch center has what we call a hot red. It's always on. Even if they're on their dispatch channel, they still hear what's going on in red channel. And when that happens, then Control 1 becomes the tactical dispatcher for that pursuit. And we coordinate the actions of all the cities involved, all the agencies involved in that pursuit until its termination and clearance. On top of that, we also are the point of contact for the National Weather Service, Homeland Security, FEMA, Cal OES, and so whenever there's an earthquake or a fire or something like that, we take care of that. We are also the center of EAS and wireless emergency alerts in Orange County. And we are also the emergency contact for San Onofre Nuclear Generating Station. With the another thing that we do that is kind of unique is that here in Orange County, if a paramedic in the field needs to talk to a hospital, instead of having a radio hospital and find somebody to pick up the phone, they can call Control 1. We assign them a hospital and a talk group to talk to. So now and then we page the hospital for them, and so they can talk directly to a hospital immediately. About 30 seconds it takes to get everything set up between them calling us hailing the hospital and getting things set up. So this saves paramedics time in the field of having to find somebody to talk to. We have all the interoperability for state and federal channels. We handle all the patching for that. And I've worked with different counties around us. We put together comms plans to, hey, if this happens, what channel are we going to use? How are we going to get a hold of it? And so we've worked that out. Tim and I have worked on it on several different incidents. We tested that during our radio rodeo this year, and it worked really well. And so basically, we are the communications hub for all the cities in Orange County. Are there any questions?
Your name again?
My name is Derek Gar.
Thank you.
Say again?
Thank you.
Okay. Yes.
You guys have a mid-air talk group?
No.
Okay.
Because medical air in Orange County is generally on Duke. And so we have they're on our radio system. So we used to have Mercy Air, but not so much. Pretty much because now Duke's got a rescue and transport helicopter. Duke is the Orange County Sheriff's Department Air Bureau. We just use them. They do remote rescues out and also they drop up. You get hikers out here in the canyons who run out of water.
Right. So
That's how Duke runs water up.
right. Coordination that would be through whatever center air talk that you have, but not a separate dedicated mid-air type.
Correct. Generally, what happens? So let's say Duke is picking up somebody out in the canyon, and they need to talk to a hospital. They call us, and we put them on a talk group with that hospital.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking the other way around. You're that deputy on the far edge of your county, and all of a sudden you're going to need back or medical air medical helicopter. They're going to go for you, then you'll go over and talk to you by them just coming up with mid-air talk to you and say,
Mid-air, no, but we do have a channel for ground air.
right.
And they can talk to Duke and Angel, which is Anaheim's air show. So people can hail them on that. We have air call, what we call air call.
I'll
And you
let
can,
you offline.
okay. Anything else?
Oh, you're.
No, yeah.
So you mentioned you work with other counties, so what do we do with other rigs?
Right now, because we are just coordinating with them. We've licensing channels for the regional area and their OCSD and the different bands. And so then we've licensed LA to have those channels on the radio system, console and also in the Texas radios. And that's what we try to use for anything that's coordinating protecting our counties. And that's what that agreement I talked about we're working on is where what we're trying to do is, so a common thing that happens is LA Sheriff comes into Orange County and we say, go to 8 Tech 90. He doesn't know where that's at in his radio. And these officers don't. And he can't get a hold of his dispatch center to find out. And they may not know. So what we've done is we've shared that template information between our counties. So if he's in Orange County, he can call me, my people at control, and we can tell him, oh, it's in zone 121. And that's one of the things that we've worked out that I've worked with Tim and Sven, if you know him up in LA. We've worked on putting this together.
So your OC access channel for those, and we have Riverside and any other agency that comes from the inland area, out at Benport Training Center, which is been here in 2015, we had OC access. Like I'm shocked. I thought well, because for us, we have it in the units for the officers in the field, but I was stunned how we could get it clear as day that far into our county because it's up on the San Diego. So it's a great resource for those of you in operations. So if somebody was to key up on OC access, what does that give? What kind of ability our guys are headed to pursue? They pop in the OC access.
We can patch that. We will hear it because we monitor it all the time, 24/7. We can patch that into our red channel, which now every officer in Orange County now hears it. So it gives total mutual aid. Yes.
There's been Nelly Rich about the ICIs. You're going to need it.
I'm going to say no.
We can make that happen.
That you need to talk to Jim Donovan. He deals with that. Anything else?